Hi class. So we've tackled about circles, ellipses, and parabolas. Now we'll completely familiar with the hyperbola. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to plot the graph of hyperbola with its vertices and foci identified, write in standard form of equation of hyperbola, then last is to solve various problems involving hyperbola. A hyperbola is formed when a plane cuts both naps of a double cone. So unlike an ellipse or parabola, which involve one nap, the hyperbola is the result of a double intersection producing two open mirror image curve. So this is the hyperbola. So what's its definition? So the geometric definition relies on a cone and a plane intersecting it. So ito na po yung plane na nag-intersect dito sa double cone natin. Kaya nabuo niya is the hyperbola. So a set of points in the plane such that the difference, so this time difference of the distances from two fixed points called foci remains constant. Mathematically, if the foci are F1 and F2, then for any point P x, y, so the difference d sub 1 minus d sub 2 is equal to 2a. So constant po yung difference ng distances from this focus to one of the point along the hyperbola to another distance from that point and to the other focus. So therefore ito din is also equal to d sub 1 minus d sub 2 is equal to 2a. Kaya siya constant. Kaya kahit na meron ka ditong isang point, tapos dadaan siya, or i-connect mo siya dun sa another point along the hyperbola. Ito yung sabihin natin d sub 3. Then, from that point to the next focus, so d sub 4. Therefore, yung difference ng d sub 3 and d sub 4 is also equal to 2a. So let's define the parts of hyperbola, starting with the center. The next is the vertex. From the center to vertex, this is defined as the distance a. It is also equal to distance a. Then the focus. So we have to focus here since dalawa po yung curves. So from the center to focus, that is the distance c. This is also distance c. Then next is the asymptote, which act like invisible boundaries. So they describe the end behavior of the hyperbola, how it extends infinitely outward. So yung asymptote at saka yung dalawang curve, hindi po yan magta-touch endlessly. Then we have the directrix. So, dalawa yung directrix. So, opposite siya doon sa curves. Yan. Then, may tinatawag tayong transverse axis. Ito yung transverse axis kung saan nyo makikita yung distance A. Then, this one is the conjugate axis na perpendicular sa transverse axis. For this figure, the transverse axis is parallel to x-axis. Then, ito naman, yung dinidefine nito is the distance B. This is also distance B. Then, from the one of the vertex nung hyperbola, that is the distance A. Yan. Then, standard forms of the equation of hyperbola with center at the origin. So, this is defined by x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1. So, it opens horizontally. So, the hyperbola, this form opens horizontally. Kasi yung positive dito na side is yung x. Then for the second equation with center at the origin, the positive term is the y variable. Under niya is a squared. Kaya it opens vertically. Then sa equation naman ng asymptote, so basically, ito po is the slope of the asymptote. So, meron tayong going upward and going downward. So, same lang yung numerical value nung slope nila. Pinagkaiba lang is yung direction. So, yung una is positive slope kasi from left to right going upward siya. Then, yung pangalawang asymptote is negative since going downward. Then, dito, so this time, since it opens vertically, ito yung A natin. Then, dito yung B. So, tatandaan nyo, yung A is always passes through the vertex and the center. So, yan yung A. So, siya yung distance dun sa center papunta sa one of its vertex or vertices. So, since ito, basically, it is only the slope of the asymptote. So, rise over run. So, yung rise natin dito is A over the run. So, positive tong isa, asymptote. Then, negative naman to for this one. For this one na asymptote. Then, this one is the standard forms of the equation of a hyperbola with center at HK. So, hindi na sa origin class. Again, pagka positive yung x dito, so it opens horizontally yung hyperbola natin. Pero pinagkaiba lang, yung center niya is not at the origin. So, example, ganito. So, ganyan. So, it opens horizontally. Then, the other equation, standard form. So, yung magiging positive dito is yung term ng y squared. Kaya it opens vertically. So, example, ito yung hyperbola mo. So, hindi na sa origin yung center. Then, the asymptotes of a hyperbola. So, basically, kung matatandaan nyo, this is derived from the point slope form dun sa straight line na y minus is equal to mx minus x sub 1. Napapalitan mo lang to dun sa center nung hyperbola kasi nagpapass through yung asymptote dun sa center. Then ito is the slope lang to. Then the formula to determine the C, so that is the distance from the center to one of the foci. So, unlike the ellipse, yung C dito is equal to C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So, yung C na dito ang pinakamahaba. Kaya yung magiging E dito is greater than 1. So, same lang yung formula to determine the distance of the directrix, then latus rectum, and eccentricity. So, let's sketch a graph of this hyperbola. So, tandaan nyo, yung y squared dito is nasa positive side. So, makukonclude natin kagad na it opens vertically. Kasi nasa positive. Then, yung A po dito is the distance from the center to the vertex. To solve for A, so get the square root of 64 since the formula is A squared. So, kukunin mo yung square root ng 64 para makuha mo lang yung variable A. So, equals to ilan po? 8. Then, B. So, get the square root of 36. So, 6. To plot this one, since it opens vertically based from the positive y squared term. So, ganito lang yan. So, this is the 8. Then, for 6 units away from the center. Yan. So, for the asymptote, so we have the asymptote here. Palitan na lang natin. So this is the A. So from center to one of the vertex, this is the P. Okay, palitan natin na ibang color. This is the P. So what is the equation of the asymptote? Since it passes through the center, so ito lang yung very direct lang yung equation. So m1x. So m1 natin, so this is the asymptote where where the slope is going from left to right upward, so magiging positive. So m1 is equal to, what is the rise? So rise is a over the rana b. So a is 8 over 6, or to simplify, so 8 over 6 is 4/3. Then for the other asymptote, since it is going downward, so same lang yung numerical value but negative lang. So 4/3. So basically this is the equation. M plus minus 4/3 x. Then for the curves, this one, so we'll just connect. Same with here. So, hindi dapat mag-touch yung curve at saka asymptote. So, imaginary boundary sila, yung asymptote. So, ganyan. So, that is the hyperbola for this equation. So, that's how you sketch a hyperbola. So, for this one, we need to convert first this equation to standard form for us to determine the transverse axis and the conjugate axis. So, I forgot to mention that this one, where the distance A located, so this one is the transverse axis, kung nasan po yung distance A natin. Then, ito naman yung conjugate axis, kung nasaan ang yung distance B. So, perpendicular po yan sa transverse. Next, so convert first the equation to standard. So, how do we do it? Just by dividing both sides by 100. So this one becomes 116 divided 100 is 425. 425 x squared minus 25 divided 100 is 4 equals 1. So, get the reciprocal of this one para ma-convert natin siya sa denominator. So, x squared over 25 over 4 minus y squared over 4 equals 1. Therefore, since the variable x squared is on the positive term, that means the hyperbola opens horizontally. So, a here is square root of 25 over 4 is equal to what? Square root of 25 over 4 is 2.5. Then b is square root of 4 equals 2. Then to determine the c, get the square root of a squared plus b squared. Square root of 25 over 4 plus 4 is what? 25 over 4 plus 4 is 3.202 units. So let's obtain the eccentricity. So given by this formula, the so eccentricity using this formula, so c over a, so 3.20 over 2.5 is 2.5. So, greater than 1 po yung eccentricity. Unlike dun sa ellipse na less than 1. Then, for the directrix, distance directrix, we will get first the directrix D, the distance D. So, A over E is 2.5 over 1.28 is equal to 2.5 over 1.28, 1.953 units. So twice of the D is equal to equals to 3.906 units. Then for the distance between center and focus, or the variable C, these are the answers. For variable C, we already solved it. This one, this one. Then twice of the C is equal to 2 times 3.202 is 6.404 units. So those are the answers for this item. Next, so same problem but different variables that we need to determine. Just copy the general form since it is just equal. Ito na lang lahat ang i-copy ko. For the length of the major axis, so get the twice A. 2 times 2.5 is 5 units. Then semi-length, this one. Length of minor axis, so twice of B. 2B, so 2 times 2 is 4 units. Then semi-minor axis is 2 units. Then length of the latus rectum, L is equal to 2B squared over A, so 2 times 4 squared over 5. I know, this is 2 lang, since B is 2 units. 2 times 2 squared over 5 is 1.6 units. So that is the answer.